Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making a sweet and sour meatball. I'm just trying to come up with a few things that we can use for side dishes and things for the holidays coming up. So first I'm going to put in a pound of sausage. And then I need 1 egg. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt, not much, and some pepper in it. And that's depends on how much you want. So then we're going to take, I need to get my, oh, that was fun. Get my sage out of the dehydrator and get it processed here because I think I'm just about out. So I'm just going to dump it. You're supposed to use a teaspoon of sage. I would have used more than a teaspoon because we like sage. So bring that together a little bit. You know, this is even a dish that you can, if you want to, you can make your meatballs a little bit smaller and do a appetizer with them. I've done that already, which is a favorite of my family's. We're going to use a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. And also this dish can be used for, well, your side dish, one of your side dishes or an appetizer. It can be served with mashed potatoes, fried potatoes. Rice is my favorite. Just the meatballs and rice I really, really love. And which my husband would say no, he likes spaghetti. But whatever they like, that's what we do. Now if I do spaghetti, I make a little extra sauce and put on it. But it can be used so many different ways. So we're going to get our pan heating up here a little bit. I hope everybody's ready for the fall. Our weather has just been something ridiculous. I mean, it's been back and forth for so long. I don't understand it, but I guess God didn't ask me to, so I won't be doing it. So anyway, I'm going to use my fingers. They're clean. I have to use them in a little bit anyway, so it's much faster than trying to do it with a fork. I was recently down at Greg's. I love it down there. It's beautiful. I don't know. He has so much work to do, but he don't care. He loves what he's doing, and that's all that matters. The quail were really cute. We made some little quail houses, huts, whatever. They like to be on the ground, and the pigeons like to be up here. So we made some little places for them to go in and hide away from everything and everybody. Now I've got a teaspoon of oil in my skillet, and I'm going to make meatballs up, put them in the skillet and fry them. You want to fry these rather, get them brown all the way around. So that's what we're going to do. But like I said, when I was down at Greg's, I mean, we just did so much. I don't know how we got so much in such a short time, but we did. We even went to Dollywood, which was great. I hadn't been there for years, and we went there. They're having to build another quail hut because they're having babies. Matter of fact, the babies are probably there by now. And the chickens, oh my gosh, I love the chickens, which I like chickens. I like to eat chicken too, but I love the chickens. They're so neat. They have such a personality about them. he'd start out towards walking from the small cabin up to where the chicken run was, and they'd come running to him. They wanted whatever he had, and they would be quacking and everything, and he'd go inside he'd open the door and go in, and he'd give them some junk food. I call it junk food, but it's their snacks. And which, if you saw my video where I was dehydrating herbs and things, peppers, everything like that, I dehydrated. If I had a half a tray or a whole tray left over for my dehydrator, instead of just leaving it out, I would put maybe the my skins of some of my tomatoes, my peppers, anything, whatever I was doing, I'd put in there. And I dehydrate it for the chickens. And they really liked it. The first time I gave it to them, they wasn't quite sure. Second time, they liked it. And from then on, every time they saw me coming, they'd run out to me like they did Greg. I loved that. And I went through almost a gallon of stuff while I was there for them. But he's still got, I think, a 4 or 5 gallon bucket full left. He said they were enjoying it. But it was beautiful. Weather was absolutely beautiful. It wasn't too cold, it wasn't too hot. So we enjoyed that. We went up on the Brownest Creek and Cubbage, up in there where I'm from. And we liked that. I really would love to have found my grandma's old cabin, but we didn't find it. I'm going to get a hold of a couple cousins from down there and find out exactly where it's at. They've changed the roads and everything so much that if you aren't down there all the time, you don't know where anything's at. So we went to several different cemeteries. The one was up there in Brownest Creek, and that's where Greg's grandfather, that's my dad's dad, and his great-grandfather and great-great-grandfather was buried at. That was interesting for him. I'm going to wash my hands. I'll be right back. There were 3 of my cousins that met us there at the cemetery in Cubbage, and went up with us, and that was really nice. Greg had not met one of them, and him and Greg just had the best time walking around in the cemeteries, because Stephen could tell him what relation everybody was, because the one cemetery, it's up on a mountain, and of course there's there's a lot of people buried there, but you wouldn't know who they were unless you were with someone that knew, because a lot of them just has a rock, maybe a flat rock, or just no name, no nothing. But I think Stephen was able to tell Greg about everything he needed to know about it, and I think he'll go up to that cemetery maybe when they have their I don't know, they have a church service up there once a year, and everybody can come. They have a map, and they can tell anybody that's there who all's buried there, even with those little rocks. So that's always interesting. My dad's father, they finally got a tombstone for him. I really liked that. It was so pretty, and we were able to put flowers there. Otherwise, he would have had the little rock like some of the other family has. Had lots and lots of cousins and uncles and aunts buried there too. So it was an interesting day, but a good day, And then we built the little huts for the quail. Then we built, my husband built the cutest little picnic table. You know, pretend like you're building a picnic table for a great-grandchild. Only for the top, you made a frame 3 inches high, and then down in the bottom, he put wire. And when the chickens saw it, they kind of like, I don't want that in here. But after they got on it, got down in where the food was all at, they liked that. So it turned out to be pretty cool. Greg said they're still eating and jumping on it and liking it, so he's got a lot of work to do. He's done a lot. They've got a tremendous amount done, but they've got a lot more to do. They do have the cabin marked off where they're going to be building it at. I was glad to see that. So, but it's time consuming when you work plus start a new homestead and build everything yourself, and it's a lot of work. But I'm really proud of them. Okay, I think my meatballs are getting pretty well done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let them alone for a minute. I'm going to mix up the topping for them. I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, and I'm going to put half a teaspoon of vinegar and a tablespoon rather. I did this before. I keep twisting and it's a pop-up, and those I don't like. I've got a habit when I try to do those, I usually spill it. Put about 2 teaspoons of that in. I may have to turn the meatballs off for a minute. Now, if I get something wrong, because I'm talking about Greg and everything, but if I do something wrong on here, I will have the recipe all posted down below, and you'll be able to get everything right. So that off the fire. Now, like I said, you can serve this with rice, macaronis if you want. You can serve it with, like my husband wants. He wants me to make spaghetti with it. But like I said, if you make spaghetti, do just a little bit more sauce to go on it, because you'll need just a little bit more. There's plenty of ketchup in there. Come on, get out. Okay. Canned butter the other day for the first time. I was nervous, I'm telling you. I was scared when I was making it, I think. But it turned out real good. And then drizzle about a tablespoon of honey. And you know what? I am out of garlic cloves. You can use 3 garlic cloves, or you can use garlic. I am out of it. Good. Now I have to get some fresh. So after we get that all in there, get it all mixed up good, I'm going to put this over the meatballs, and then I'm going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes, because this isn't a dish that takes very long to make. You know, if you're having company, double it, because it doesn't take but just a few minutes to do, and they will love it. Okay. I'm going to turn my fire down, and I'm going to simmer that now for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. It won't be long for you, just be like a flash, and then I'll be back. Okay, I am done with my meatballs, and oh, they smell so good. Like I said, you can take these and serve them with so many different things, and that's what makes it great, because you're not making something that it's only good one way. Boy, those are so good. Oh, that smells scrumptious. My favorite thing, of course, as I said, is rice with it. My husband's a spaghetti. Potatoes are great. Basically, whatever you want is great. Now, I'll have all this posted down below, because I don't know if I said it too fast, and when I was doing it, it doesn't take long to do them, and you have to really kind of keep going with them. So if I miss something, it'll be on the recipe down below. Find my, here it is. Pour some of my sauce on them. Oh, that sauce is so good. Oh, and I'll do like Greg, I'll make them pretty. Put a little parsley over top of them. My husband will say, "Ugh." Okay, now if you have any Christmas recipes, Thanksgiving recipes, side dishes, main dish, anything like that, that you would like for us to try, let us know. We'll be glad to try them for you and share them with everyone else. Now, there's my meatballs. I'm going to have one, a little one. I can find a little one. I made one little purposely so I could try it. And I don't see it. Oh well. I'm just going to cut one in two. Like I said, I like rice with mine. So that's what I'm going to do. Put rice with mine. And put a couple more meatballs on there now. Because I may just eat that all. Just don't know about me. There you go. Smells so yummy. Yum, yum, yum. If you've tried this recipe and have it, let me know. Oh, those are good. Oh, those are so good. You're going to have to try them. They are scrumptious. Okay. Get my mouth empty. I want to thank everyone for being with me today. I hope you'll try this recipe. I know you'll love it if you do. And I thank you for all your cards and prayers. We really appreciate them, and we all need them, especially with the hurricane that's gone through down there. It missed Greg by about 15 miles. Thank you, Lord. But boy, it did some major damage. So many homes destroyed, lives. Just keep all those in your prayer, please. And I will be bringing you some more recipes real soon. I want to see if I can do a few more side dishes. I usually don't do too many of those, but I want to get those out to you. So we thank you bunches for being with us, and we'll see you again real soon. Keep the prayers coming.